This is hard. I've already started a few videos in this project, and it takes a lot of mentally pushing myself to get myself to share the truth about everything that I go through. Right now I'm only sitting up because I have a hot pad tied to my back. So something important came up today that made me realize that I needed to do this video first. I've gone many years believing that most people understood this theory, and it's come to my attention that a lot of people have no idea. I've had a lot of people question me about the hashtag I use on Instagram. Hashtag Spoonie. What is Spoonie? What does it mean? How does it work with you? Yeah, for a while I gave very poor explanations, and earlier tonight I had a person ask me, what does that hashtag mean? And, I saw suddenly that even others with chronic illnesses are sometimes left in the dark. Ooh, that's better. Okay. And as I said, I've explained this poorly to friends before, but I'm gonna set that right now. The Spoonie theory was created by a woman named Christine, and I might butcher this, I'm so sorry, Miserandino? I think, Christine Miserandino. And her full theory and the story behind it is on the website butyoudon'tlooksick.com, and it's also on YouTube if you just search the Spoonie theory, Christine Miserandino. But You Don't Look Sick is a shout out to all the invisible illnesses. And I'm not gonna get into all of invisible illnesses right now, but I will if you'd like me to at a later time. Anyway, I really urge you guys to all go and read the whole story. I'm not sharing everything that she shared, so instead of sharing the story, I'm going to share the experience. To start with, I want you to grab 12 spoons. It doesn't have to be spoons, it can be pencils, sticks, batteries, something, even circles on a paper, but 12 of them. I'll wait. When you're healthy, you don't have to think about your spoons. The spoons is the energy that you have to complete tasks daily. So the healthy people watching this, you have so many spoons that you don't have to think about what spoons are. So your actions don't have as many consequences to you. But someone like me, we only have a small amount of spoons available. We have to make the choices for the day more consciously than the rest of the world. Now, some people have more or less than others, and certain actions can cost more or less. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, 12 spoons. This is going to be your energy level for the day. Put yourselves in my day, just for a few minutes. Count your spoons or whatever it is you're using. Yes, I know that I told you 12, count them. Know that you only have 12. That doesn't seem too terrible, right? The significance of that number is the difference between someone who's healthy and someone who's chronically sick. Now, actions throughout a day cost a certain amount of spoons, so let me walk you through a good day in my life. Hold on tight to your spoons, or whatever it is you have, because if you lose or drop one, it doesn't come back. So, you are me. Waking up, your body is stiff. You are in a lot of pain. It's the first thing that comes to your mind, and then the sensation that you have to pee. But you can't move. It takes you anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour to get the strength to stand up out of your bed. And so now you really have to pee. If you're just peeing, you're fine. But if you have to sit for a long bowel movement, I have IBS, IBD, gastroparesis, and more. That's another spoon. But let's assume that you were just peeing. I'll let that spoon be. Count your spoons. Because it took you a spoon to get out of bed. You have 11 spoons. Now you have to eat something. You don't really feel like it, but you have to eat something in order to take your medication, and you have to take your medication or you're out of spoons for today and tomorrow. If you take your medications on an empty stomach, you will vomit and you are out of spoons for the rest of today and tomorrow. You check the pantry. Nothing appetizing. You check the fridge. Nothing appetizing. And you're nauseous. You don't really feel like eating. You just have to. So you settle on a slice of jelly toast. But standing around trying to decide what to eat costs you an extra spoon. Take away 2. You make your way back to bed because you're in too much pain to do anything else. Take your morning pills and curl up in bed with a heating pack on your back to try to ease the spasms. 45 minutes pass. Maybe you napped. Maybe you were on your phone often enough. But the medication starts to hit your system. The nausea recedes minimally. The dizziness calms down. The pain stays high, but you're stubborn, so you push yourself to do something. Time to choose. Do you lay in bed and crochet or color, 1 spoon per hour? Or sit at your computer and try to do something somewhat productive, 2 spoons per hour? You know what each action will cost you. You decide to crochet for now, and in the end of the first hour, your entire body is unhappy. Pain in your back, in your intestines, in your head, in your fingers, in your hands, in your uterus. Remember to take away a spoon. 8 spoons left, and you've only been awake for 2 hours at most, maybe 3. Unless you napped. But still, your day started 2 to 3 hours ago. And you've already used up a third of your supply of spoons. You finally give in and take something for pain, and the fatigue that causes costs you another spoon. 7. You have a doctor's appointment today. You have to brush your hair, get dressed, get into the car. You're not driving, so you have to rely on someone else to drive you and to get you to and from. Sit in the car at the doctor's office, have your appointment, get back to the car, possibly pick up a prescription, which means going into the store, sitting in line, and back to the car before you're going back home, up the stairs and back into bed. Let's break that down. Brush your hair, take away a spoon. Get dressed, take away a spoon. In and out of the car, take away a spoon. In and out of doctor's appointment, take away a spoon. In and out of pharmacy with wheelchair, take away a spoon. If you walked, take away 2 spoons. Back into your bed from the car is another spoon. Do you know how many spoons you have left? For your entire day, you just used 6 spoons because you had to leave the house for maybe 2 hours. You have 1 spoon left, and it's only the afternoon. What you still need to do is eat a second meal so that you can take your night medications. That's a spoon. Shower because you haven't been able to in over a week. That's 1 to 2 spoons, depending on how much you're doing in the shower, whether it's just washing your hair or if you're fully washing or shaving. And do the dishes that you promised to unload. That's another 1 to 2 spoons, depending on what's in the dishwasher and where in the kitchen those dishes are supposed to be located. And then you were supposed to have plans with a friend tonight. You were being overly wishful and thought you could handle it. But that would cost you an extra 5 spoons. Obviously, you have to cancel on your friend. There is no way that your energy will allow you to do that. If you did, you'd have to take away from the next day, and that would mess up the whole week. You have to eat. You don't have a choice because you have to take your pills. Luckily, someone brings you a meal so you don't have to cook. That gives you just enough energy to call and explain to your friend that you can't make your plans instead of just texting them. Your day is over by 4 p.m. That is a real day they had. If you're healthy, there's a real chance that you were able to do everything with ease and more. A more regular day for a healthy person. Wake up, get ready, eat breakfast, drive to work, out for lunch, run errands after work, cook dinner, do the dishes, eat, shower, get ready, go out with friends, and still have the energy to do something when you get home. I will never be able to do that. That would be more than 2 whole days worth of spoons. 2 whole days on a good day. And I've used extra spoons before. I used so many trying to clean my room, I had to sleep for 3 days solid, and I only had enough energy to get up and eat a small snack once a day for those 3 days. But the fact is that days like mine exist for a lot of people with chronic illnesses. Well, spoons unfortunately don't roll over, but you can create a deficit into the future day's spoons. You want more spoons? Too bad, you don't get more. That is what you have. And you can never forget where your numbers are at, because the second you push yourself too hard, the less you have for tomorrow, creating a massive deficit and inability to do everything during the next days. I also feel that I need to remind you that this was a good day. Bad days eat more spoons. Having a virus or an infection eats more spoons. Making or eating meals may cost spoons, but skipping them costs more spoons. There is so much I want to do that I can't do because my body won't let me. My body won't let me. It's like having a massive virus wreck your system for years on end. Imagine how you feel when you get really, really sick to the point where you can't stay awake or you can't get out of bed, and that is my every day. Those are my good days. Those are the days that I try to push myself and pay for it later. I've gotten very good at hiding my daily pain levels. And if you ever see me looking like I'm in pain, I've passed the 6/10. And what I mean by 6/10 is when you go talk to doctors, they ask you your pain level. What is your pain at from 1 to 10? I've not been below a 4 in over 4.5 years. And most days lately are 6 or higher. Now, the example I'm giving here is just scratching the surface of everything. I will again urge you to read Christine Miserandino's full story on butyoudon'tlook.sick.com or by looking it up on YouTube and watching it. I think that it will give you a better insight into what life is like in the shoes of a Spoonie. Some days things cost a bit more or a bit less, and maybe one day you have a couple extra spoons because you're doing really, really good that day, but they are so few and far between. So, to those of you that are healthy, I hope that my project here will give you more insight into what it's like to be chronically ill. My whole goal here is to try to help those of you that have never had to deal with this understand almost what it's like to live life like this. To those of you that also have chronic illnesses, don't give up. Thank you for taking this time to listen to what I had to say. Much love to you all.